Okay, let's put some Dragon Rock the Dragon Ball Z on the shelf, shall we? Okay, we are going to start in models, statues, and whatnot, because I have a good sort of Dragon Ball Z statues. And, I was going to say Dragon Ball. That would be lying. I think I have like one item Dragon Ball, a couple items Super, a good set Dragon Ball Z. So let's go ahead and go into some of those. And I'm going to start with a simple one, but I think one that was really important that I went out of my way for. The Eternal Dragon. This I got from the Build-A-Figure set. And yes, he's dusty. He's been up on the shelf, not being touched for a very long time, and that's another thing about this, that I finally get to take some of these down and dust them and clean them up before I put them back up there. But this is awesome. This dragon, I like the Earth Dragon way more than I like Porunga. This came from the Build-A-Figure sets. The Build-A-Figures that are running right now, in fact. Now, this was from the first wave, and it was the only set that I bought completely. See, I bought one character and got the head. And was like, damn it. I don't like buying Build-A-Figures because... here's why. Because you'll notice I have a lot up there. Like in the X-Men group. Oh my gosh, with the camera being backwards. That area. With the X-Men group, I had to buy a lot of these Build-A-Figures. But I don't complete the figure oftentimes because I'm not going to spend... it's $25 a character. I'm lucky that I pretty much like everybody in Dragon Ball Z. Because I start buying them, I buy Vegeta... then I buy yellow hair Vegeta. The exact same fucking sculpt. They could have sold him with a swap out head and it would have been the exact same effect. And then I bought black hair Goku and yellow hair Goku. Once again, the same fucking problem. So now I'm $50 in with two figures that could have just been a head. That's my big problem with the Build-A-Figure things, is all the repaints, and I brought that up with the Wolverines, but there's more to it than that. Oftentimes, there's like 5 figures to make one statue. This is a really cool statue. It's really cool. Other times, it's like Juggernaut, and you would like to have Juggernaut, but you like 4 of the 5, or sometimes even only 2 of the 5 people. And now you got a problem. You want that awesome Green Goblin? Well, you gotta buy like the Prowler, and quite frankly, for me, I don't care what you like. What you like is what you like, and that's the greatness of how vast comic books are, and why that genre has reached so far and done so much is because there is a character. Every character is somebody's character in some form or fashion, whether it be your favorite or your most disliked or the guy you look forward to seeing, but you don't necessarily buy his books alone. Like, I don't know, maybe that's a Hulk thing for you. Maybe you love Hulk as a dynamic on the Avengers, but you don't really read his book. You get what I'm saying? Well, look, oftentimes these Create-A-Figures or Build-A-Figures have like 2 guys that you want, or they have, like I said, 2 fucking resculpts that have no business being on there at all, and you have to buy them. You have to buy them to get that cool thing. And that's the reason I don't tend to like them, because they gut your ass into spending all this extra money. And I'm surprised that we haven't seen this idea with Star Trek yet. I am. I'm legitimately surprised. I can't believe that with the way that these things are running rampant, these are pretty much normal toys, I can't believe we haven't seen an original crew where you have to get each member of the crew in order to put the Enterprise together. And then you would have the Enterprise and... honestly, that I would buy. Easily I'd buy that because it would be the whole crew. And I like all of them. That's not the same idea with every Build-A-Figure. But with Dragon Ball Z, even though I'm going to call them out for that repaint shit, I like pretty much every character. So this was an awesome buy. I got 5 really good figures, and I got that Eternal Dragon, and that starts the collection, and it's fucking sweet. Okay. I'm not a huge fan of Dragon Ball Super. Not yet. This was a cool statue. I seen him. I wanted him. I like Vegeta. I'm going to call out the same thing that everybody else likes to call out, and don't get me wrong. You know, I've already talked about this with Pokemon. Overrated. Now look how many fanboys, how many Vegeta fanboys just got super pissed. Super pissed. They were like, what? Vegeta's not overrated. It's a fucking dynamic character with development. You fucking Goku-liking bitch. Like, this is the thing about it, though. Vegeta is that character that everybody likes. Because he does have one of the most interesting stories in all of Dragon Ball Z. I'm just fucking with people when I call him overrated. I really am, because I understand what draws people to Vegeta. It makes a lot of sense. That story, and there's something about the charisma of the character. He showed up as he was supposed to be a one-time villain. Show up, get killed, move on. But he took the world by storm on that. The fan base was infinitely interested in this character and then developed a backstory that tied him into the entire planet Vegeta and then brought us Frieza. Pretty much Vegeta creates a dynamic for Frieza that makes Frieza what Frieza is. Frieza's my favorite villain. I like Vegeta a lot. He was my favorite character for years until they introduced his future son. I understand more than enough why this character is so loved. But I'll tell you this. The Dragon Ball Super thing, I've been having troubles with. For one, I don't like that half the fucking power-ups, half the achievements happen, like, off-screen. I don't like that. I liked the development and the earning ideas that we saw during Dragon Ball. That they had to drink the Super Kami water. They had to survive this. They had to go through a training. And, like, sure, you could say that half of Goku's training happened off-screen, and for what it's worth, it kind of did. Because we never saw him actually learn the Kaioken. We never saw him actually learn the Genki Dama. But we saw the effort. We saw the whole Chase Bubbles thing. We saw the whole Hit Gregory thing. And we saw the whole idea that he's training on a planet with 10 times gravity and yada yada. And then after that point, who knows how that actually happened. I wish we could have seen it, because I don't like off-screen accomplishment. I think it's cheap. It's cheap fucking writing. Dragon Ball Z is littered with cheap fucking writing. And it wasn't until going back to watch Dragon Ball Z again that I realized just how cheap the writing in Dragon Ball Z is, and how much cool factor you need to get through Dragon Ball Z. Because stuff is just gonna happen. Cool stuff just happens. It's just cool. That guy's really strong, and that guy has a form, and that's what it is. Once you start to get over that, and you start to appreciate the idea of what it is, and you just kind of enjoy the characters, and you start running, and you kind of get back to that state of mind where you were when you watched it back in Z or back in Dragon Ball. And it's okay that an old man just shows up that knows the Kamehameha, and that Goku just learns it. And it's okay that we're introduced to King Kai, and then cool stuff happens technically off-screen, which leads to really cool stuff when he starts using the Kaioken, and then all of a sudden, more cool stuff is introduced when all of a sudden we can drop the idea, what? I told him not to go over a double, no matter what. Well, no, we didn't actually know that because all that shit happened off-screen, and we didn't know that he couldn't go over a double. As far as we knew, the thing was fucking infinite. Until he decided, because it was written by one guy, that he would just drop in writing ideas as he went and cool stuff and whatever made it sound more extreme or more suspenseful. And he was a master of it. And he played the cool card through all of Dragon Ball, all of Dragon Ball Z, and now we're seeing it in Dragon Ball Super, and it has gotten old. But the characters still seem enough of themselves that I'm legitimately interested. I'm on Season 2 of Super right now, because I avoided it for a very long time, because the things I was seeing were not impressing me. But as I'm going through it right now, I'm starting to enjoy it, legitimately enjoy it. And so I picked up some Super statues. Second Super statue, in fact, is this Goku. I prefer this hair, this shiny, crazy hair, over this dull blue hair. Problem with Goku. Not this Goku. This is a good statue. It's really good. I like this a lot. Problem with Goku. Goku has never been the smartest guy in the world, but he wasn't stupid. Not like that. Not like the way that they're playing him out now, where it seems like he was never educated at all. He received an education. Master Roshi made it very apparent that if you were going to train on his island, you would train with him, you would develop martial arts techniques, you would develop your body, and you would develop your mind. Goku was supposed to be learning math, reading, writing, language, algebra. For every step forward he took with his body, he was supposed to take forward with his mind. And then Goku can drop information in Dragon Ball Z, like quoting the exact speed of light. And then we get to Dragon Ball Super, and he's like borderline uneducated stupid. What happened? Too many punches in the face? Does he have fucking boxer's disease? What happened to Goku? Why is he such an idiot? That pisses me off. I don't like that. If you haven't figured out, this episode showing off some models and everything is also an excuse for me to talk Dragon Ball Z, because I love Dragon Ball Z, and for some reason it doesn't make it onto this channel very often, so we don't talk about it. It bothers me. It bothers me that they altered Goku's character so that they could, fall back to the innocence of Dragon Ball. But Dragon Ball, early Dragon Ball, Goku was okay to play as an idiot because he was. He was an uneducated child found in the mountains, in a forest. Yeah. He lived with Grandpa Gohan, learned pretty much nothing except for martial arts and some survival techniques, and then was left alone at 5. Well, of course he's gonna have some mental lacking, we'll call it. Because he was ignorant. That's the thing. Stupidity and ignorance are two very different things. Ignorance can be cured. Ignorance is you don't know something. Stupidity is the inability to learn it at all, pretty much. You're just dumb. And Goku, very much, feels dumb in Dragon Ball Super, and I don't know why. It's irritating. There are things in Super that I'm still not okay with, even though I'm watching it. And quite frankly, all these people that are defending Super are telling me that I'm wrong about Future Trunks. That is not Future Trunks. Why? Why do I know it's not Future Trunks? Because let's end this episode on a high note. Let's show one of my all-time favorite pieces in the entirety of my collection, my Future Trunks. My really good, hardcore Future Trunks. This is Future Trunks. This is him. This is his attitude. This is his pose. This is his look. This is his style. This is him. Notice they didn't alter Goku when Goku came in. Goku wears this gi. He wears this setup. It's still the same damn thing that we've seen for years and years and years. Even this is still just Super Saiyan 1 and or 2 with blue hair. But this did not come back. He did not come back. I've seen him in Super. I've seen that storyline. It is not him. It is not him. I'm sorry. It's not him. His hair color changed. His body type changed. His attitude changed. His fighting style doesn't quite seem the same. Just because he has a sword doesn't mean shit. It's not the same future Trunks. It's a different future Trunks. Not to mention the storyline changes that put him in contact with characters that we know he was not in contact with, because we've already seen the Dragon Ball Z movie for future Trunks, and we've already heard about his past and seen parts of it in the series during the Cell Saga, and that character was not there. His girlfriend-esque sister person, whatever that is, whatever she's supposed to be, was not there. That is not a character that has association with future Trunks. It's a different character that comes in Super. Not this one. This one did not come back. My favorite character did not come back. Stop telling me that he did. Now, in the comments below, if you would like to tell me all the things I'm wrong about and tell me that the future Trunks definitely came back, yada yada, blah blah blah, go ahead, because I've said what I have to say about the matter, and I'm sorry, without an unbelievable undeniable evidence, you will not change my mind about this. You will not. It's not the same Trunks. It cannot be the same Trunks. That is future Trunks. He's right here. This is one of my favorite pieces. Easily. Easily one of my favorite pieces ever in all of the Dragon Ball stuff that I have ever collected. I love this future Trunks. And on top of it, this was given to me. Good portion of time, my favorite stuff is what I go out and get myself, because it's just the way it is. Like, Christmas is hard for me, guys, for multiple reasons. I don't mean to humbug. That's not my intention at all. Don't misunderstand me. Christmas is hard. The woman that raised me got sick at Christmas. It affected me. It left a mark. There's a lot of stress that's involved with Christmas. It leaves a mark. The bigger your family is, the harder Christmas gets in terms of financial issues. The winter always affects me. Remember 2 years ago I lost the furnace, and the year before that I blew the tires and had to replace all four of the tires at the same time because I lost 2 tires at the same time. And then this year we did the live stream where I talked about it. Both the control rods went bad at the same time and cost me the 2 front tires. That's multiple years, 3 years in a row, $1,500 spent in automobiles. Sometimes it's not mine. Sometimes it's my wife's car that messes up, or it's the furnace, or something breaks in the house. The winter is hard enough without Christmas being an issue. Christmas is rough for me. It always is. Every year, it's stressful. My Christmas list, my family, I have to buy for like 38 people. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Even dropping $10 per person, which, let's be honest, you can't do that. You go out and you buy one of those gift cards to allow somebody to go eat for the weekend or whatever, and it's $25 to $50. $25 seems to be the minimum. So even if I got gift cards across the entire board, it's 25 times 38. I mean, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of stress. It's a lot of family issues, and it always comes back that I remember that my mom got sick and was pretty much at the end of her stuff. It was pretty much at the end of her life. I knew that we had crossed the no turning back on Christmas. And I'll never forget that. I'll never forget it, and it affects me every single year. My mother is still alive. My stepmom is not. And I never realized when I was growing up just how important that woman was to me until it happened. So, that's the reason Christmas is difficult for me. And it's the reason my attitude changed so dramatically. Because, see, look, some people want a thing, and they have a Christmas list. I don't have Christmas lists. I don't. If I want a thing, I go buy the thing. If I want to build a thing, I build the thing. And I don't have it written down that my daughter just gets a thing on Christmas or gets a thing on her birthday. Randomly throughout the course of the year, I buy my wife a things. I buy my daughter a things. I buy myself a things. I save money. I have my shit down. I get my responsibilities, but like, I got my own shit. So it can be very hard to buy for me, and it can be very hard to locate something that I don't have that I haven't just went out and got myself. And I get that. I do get that. But my buddy Spencer, went to a con, and he asked me a question. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? And I was like, it's Future Trunks. Why? And he says, no reason. Then he comes back, and he gives me this. I don't know what con he went to. I don't know what collection this is from. I don't know much about it other than it is easily one of my favorite pieces that I have on the shelf. Didn't mean to turn this into a Christmas thing. There's a lot more to talk about here, but we've exceeded 20 minutes. We have my wedding toppers that we still have to talk about. We have my mini Super Saiyan 3 Goku that we still have to talk about. We have my beam battle from the first encounter that we have to talk about. We have my sacrificial Piccolo that we have to talk about. We have a couple of the ladies we have to talk about. We have to talk about Frieza. There's a lot of these statues that are going to go up there, but exceeding 20 minutes for just one episode here on the collection talks, we've done what we set out to do. These items have now been added back into the collection. Get out of here.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.